It's one of the entrances to the Coilsfield Estate, the old Montgomery Castle site. Up here in the woods are located the mysterious Roman trenches. One suggestion is they were constructed by the Romans to attack a British fort which lay above. But it seems much more likely that they are a form of deer hay. That is, a cut into the earth structure, it's an earth structure to capture red deer, either for the purpose of killing them, for the venison, just for sort of hunting, or possibly for managing them, as in selecting deer, some being put down, used for food, others used for breeding, maybe others taken to other sites. There's one other area like this, one other similar system of trenches, and that's near Falkland in Fife. Deer hays were used as part of deer management, usually red deer, although later it could be fallow deer. In the highlands they had such structures. They either used natural features or they adapted natural features for the purposes of driving the deer and collecting them. Now, the word hay in Anglo-Saxon is probably the earliest form of a name meaning deer park. Confusingly, the word deer hays can also refer to nets that were specifically made for the capture of deer. Although the word might not refer only to a net, it might refer to any mechanism by which deer could be corralled and managed. It's known that these trenches were at one time much deeper. The line of one of the trenches. There seem to be almost like two sets running parallel. Some points they branch, some points they join. Hard to make out how they were used. Here's one that runs down to the water of Fale. Now it's known that there was a deer park here, because the name park appears in a number of place names, such as Park Mill. The land to the south runs upwards, quite a gentle slope. So if dogs and nets were used to drive red deer into this, maybe at that time a woodland, where the deer could then be managed. If these so-called Roman trenches were for corralling, for managing red deer, then they're certainly very well designed. There's a slope coming up, so they're going uphill, and these trenches narrow as they come further up, so forcing any animals together. And if these banks had nets on top, and they could easily be closed off at the back, the animals would be caught within a corral. It seems to be the edge of one of the sets of trenches. There's one to the right, one curving off that joins it, and one curving off to the left. This seems to be an especially deep ditch here. Running off to the left, there's one ditch that goes up the hill directly. Other one goes off to the left, almost joins with it, but is much deeper. Another ditch heading downhill, slightly detached from the other system. Some of the ditches appear to be blind ending. The suggestion there is that these were the hunters would be hiding so that the deer would not see them to the last moment. Certainly a huge investment in both money and time to construct such a system as this. Deer were the property of the Crown, and to have a deer park required special permission. You were allowed to keep your deer within the park, but you had to have systems that regulated those belonging to the king outside the park from coming into it. These were called salters in England and Wales,